Hey everyone, it's Christy and I'm here to give you some more insight on how to take upon yourself your inheritance, what you own, what already belongs to you right now so you can experience it, okay? Before I jump into it, I want to remind you that my website's down below if you would like one-on-one coaching to keep yourself on track and encouraged and accountable to your thoughts, okay? And to help you discover what might be still in the way of your manifestation, of you experiencing and illuminating what's already yours. Because like I've said before, you could still be believing something. If you're not experiencing, let me just say this, if you're not experiencing your inheritance, then that means you're still believing or assuming some things that aren't true, okay? The guy that mows my grass is out there, so I hope that's not going to show up in the background, the noise. I thought he was done. Anyway, I'm not starting over. So let me jump into this, what I wanted to talk to you about. You have to stop doing this one thing. If you're doing this one thing, you have got to stop doing this, okay? Because it's another type of resistance. It will hinder you experiencing your inheritance and what's already yours, whatever you are desiring. And that is to stop checking the 3D, okay? Let's take money, for instance. If you're affirming, if you're assuming for a certain amount of money, and if you're rewiring your brain to believe and have strongholds and your most dominant thoughts that you have, let's just use $20,000 in the bank right now, okay? And if you keep getting up every morning and checking your bank account to see if it's there, that means that you still don't believe that it's there. Remember, I said before in a lot of my videos, everything's already there, just like the other video I did. If you have a quarter or a penny in your hand, it's yours, it's in your hand. But if you cover it up, you can't see it, but it's still there. Okay, that money is in your bank right now. So you have to believe that. You have to assume that. You have to have that be your most dominant thought, that it's already there, whether you see it or not, and stop checking it, okay? And it goes with anything. If it's, let's say with health or something, you have to stop getting up every morning and being like, oh, am I still feeling pain, or am I still feeling this or whatever, or focusing on the 3D. That's basically what I'm getting at. We have got to stop focusing on the 3D, this physical world, if it does not line up with the truth. If you're not feeling joy, you have to stop thinking, or checking for joy. All you have to do is go within yourself. And it's because the joy is right there, the peace is right there, the love, the unconditional love is right there on the inside of you. So you do not need to look to the outside world to find it. You keep looking within, okay? That's where you want to keep looking within, because it's already there. When I say keep looking within, I mean keep meditating on the scriptures that line up with what you want, or your affirmations. And don't do this as just like a parrot repeating something. You're going to do it in a way that you believe that it's already done and it's already here, that you're just rewiring your brain to build those new strongholds and to have those new dominant pathways. So your brain will just keep on, going in that direction instead of the old direction. I've talked about before about creating a new story. Just keep focusing on the new story, actually the only story, the story that's always been there, because any other story has been a lie if it has not been lining up with what you want to see. If you're not experiencing unconditional love and joy and peace, then that's a total lie, okay, in every area of your life. I know in the past that, I convinced myself that I didn't need, certain things, like the best, if you will. And I was like, oh, well, I've seen other people, I'm just using this as an example. I would think I've seen other people, a lot worse off or whatever. And, they're still happy and everything. And I'm just like, that was a lie to believe. God wants us to have the very best. Now, He doesn't want us to have the very best to make us feel better. He wants to feel better in ourselves in any way, because we should already be feeling good about ourselves. This is such a fine line, and I've talked about this before. These things that we desire to experience, they are just extra bonuses, if you will, that he gave us. That's the only other way I know how to put it, okay? They are just, experiences for us to enjoy in this life while we're here. And so I hope all that makes sense. That, and that you really get a revelation, because like I've said before, otherwise the fruit's not going to remain if you keep chasing after things to make you happy or joyful or peaceful. Okay, it's just going to be a perpetual thing on a loop. And when we know we already have it all, and that we're already joyful, and we're already happy, whether we're already that we are already happy, whether we're experiencing those desires yet or not, because he says, seek first the kingdom of righteousness, peace, and joy. Okay, that's first. And I wanted to say this too. I've heard people say, I hope you don't hear the dog snoring now too. He ended up laying down on the floor beside me and fell asleep. You see him? I don't know if I'm getting the camera angled right. And he's snoring. I guess I put him to sleep. So I hope I'm not putting you to sleep too. Anyway, let me get back to this. What I wanted to say is, yes, we do seek first the kingdom, okay? The righteousness, peace, and joy. Go within the well that's already on the inside of you. But I've heard people say, well, as long as you're happy and joyful and everything, and I think I've even said this before, and feeling love, and things will just work out for you, okay? Which that is true to a degree, but we also have to still affirm for the things that we want to experience out here. We still have to build those pathways, because that's what God is working with. That's what the Spirit is working with on the inside of us. That's what our subconscious is working with. All the thoughts and the seeds, the thoughts are seeds that we're planting in there, okay? And if you're just affirming that you're happy and joyful and peaceful and drawing from within you that well that's already in you, yeah, you're going to be happy and joyful and peaceful, but you might not experience your desires. Okay, it all goes hand in hand, and I think I've talked about that before. So I want you to still affirm for what you want. You don't need a ton of affirmations. You don't need a ton of scriptures. You just need one or two, or maybe even three or whatever, to keep looping over and over in your mind. So I hope this helps you in some way. And well, actually, I intend that this did help you in some way, to just keep remembering. Number one, let's revisit this real quick. Number one, do not focus on the 3D. Quit checking the 3D if you've been doing that, because that is hindering you, okay? Because that's teaching your brain that it's not already done. And number two, that you do still need to affirm for what you want, even though you're drawing from that well from within you of peace and love and joy. It's really important, okay, that you do that. It's really important to draw from that well of peace, love, and joy, because first and foremost, we do want to be happy, because we could also, let me say this real quick before I end. We could also be affirming for the things that we want, and we can be experiencing them, because I've seen this happen a lot with people where they get their house, they get their car, they get their mate, they get this and that, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't draw within of the peace, love, and joy that's on the inside of them, that's already there. So, like I said, it all goes hand in hand. So they're experiencing one without the other, even though they had them both all along. So you want to experience them both at the same time. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.